I bought 8 influencer products so you don't have to.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
I don't like that at all. She may be one of my best friends, but she doesn't get off that lightly. I'm not absolutely loving this.
I've got shivers on my body, that was horrid.
It's got a very unpleasant taste. I am just gonna say, I don't have a brand. Take these opinions with a pinch of salt. These influencers are doing miles more than I ever could imagine. And although I have music, don't really have a leg to stand on, but regardless, I'm proud of all these creators and everything that they've made. So let's get into the video. I am splitting these products into 3 categories: beauty, food, and clothing. We are starting in the clothing category, and I thought it would be very fitting to open up this juicy parcel. She's pretty big. The packaging is really tough. But at least I know my clothes are protected. Can you guess whose brand this is? This small business is owned by influencers Imogen Cribb and Saffron Barker, who I'm sure you all know and love. And without being biased to the girls, I'm going to test this brand honest and truly, despite knowing the owners. For those of you who aren't familiar, Saffron is a YouTuber, an author, a podcaster, a media personality who you may know from the 17th season of Strictly Come Dancing. She was on Celebrity Hunted, or you may know her from my besties podcast Sex Lies and DM Slides. And honestly, I don't think there's a single thing that this girl hasn't done, which is incredible. And I think it makes so much sense for her to have a brand. Co-owned with Imogen Cribb, who is equally as incredible. And I would actually say one of the fastest growing influencers of our time right now. Blending dance, beauty, and lifestyle content, her creativity, and just genuine online presence, I think is really what has drawn audiences to her and brands alike. Imogen is also dating Jed Barker, who of course is Saffron Barker's brother, and together Girl Uniform was formed. So first off, very proud of you girls. The website just looks incredible, and also the pieces. I mean, I haven't tried them yet, and I'm not being biased, as I said, but I feel like you can really tell the love, care, and quality that has gone into these. I mean, even the packaging just arriving, it was a thick package. It has been raining all week, and it was sat outside my door, and my package isn't damaged. Very quick delivery as well. I mean, I'll put up screenshots just for proof, but it came really quick. If you guys know me, then you will also know Byron, and he helped film all of the behind the scenes. So I feel like just a little proud mum. I went for a very pink theme when I did the order, even though I don't wear pink. I don't know. I just felt like trying something new. Wow, the quality of these is insane. They are so thick. Even the label is so cute and on theme. So these are the lettuce hem shorts in pink print. I got them in a size medium. These look adorable. I am gonna try these on for you in just a second, but the elasticated hem, oh my gosh, they are stretchy. I've never felt a hem that elasticated. Normally it has like a bit of resistance, but these, I really like their sizing actually. I am most excited about this top. I mean, just any pajama set is nice. I actually do not sleep in pajamas, but I love wearing them. I get a little bit overstimulated when I go to sleep, so I am a naked girly. But I love getting home and getting undressed into my pajamas, just completely taking off my makeup, getting my slippers on, getting my dressing gown on, getting in my pajamas, fresh face. And also I actually spend the majority of my time in pajamas. They're probably the thing that we wear the most, so why not treat yourself? This is the lettuce hem shirt in pink, same pink print in medium again. I'll be so real with you, when I first went on the website, when they first launched, I was a bit shocked that it was £35 just for a t-shirt. However, this is a 95% cotton. Amazing. And I feel like you can really tell with the quality. The little pocket is what I love the most. Now, this next product did cost me a little bit. She's pretty big. This is the ditzy robe in pink. Yeah, I kind of get it. Yeah, that's really soft. I didn't want to like this because it did cost me £80. So like, in my opinion, that is quite a lot. And I didn't want to spend £80, but this is 100% cotton, not 95, it's 100. That's when things get expensive. You know, you're paying for the quality, you're paying for the care. It feels pretty f***ing unreal. Not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna come and it would be a bit stiff. This is nice. Oh my goodness, these are so comfortable. These just don't even feel like I'm wearing pajamas. They feel so good. I do love that you can see their little logo that's embroidered. Can you see the detail? I also love the design. Now this wouldn't be complete without the dressing gown. So she's heavy. I'm feeling pretty cozy. But like I wanna head up a spa. Oh, there's even the logo embroidered on the belt. Wow. Yeah. Really, really, really love this. I feel like I've just received a really warm hug. This is so freaking comfortable. Oh my days. Can you see? It goes nearly all the way down to the floor. The dressing gowns I own have only ever come up to here. Oh, it's luxury actually. This is really nice. I was hoping I wouldn't like this so I didn't have to spend so much money. Can I justify this? I can because it feels so good, but okay, let me just do this. Let's say I wear this every single day for a whole year. And of course this cost £80. That means this would cost me 22p recipe a day. I would like to think that the longevity of this item is pretty long. So if it's 22 a day, but I'm not just using it for this year, I'm also using it for the year after and the year after that and the year after that. I'm really trying to justify this because of how much I like it. Very amazing, 10 out of 10, would happily repurchase, and I hope there's a new collection because I can't wait for it. Cheers! Well, we have started off very strong, but the clothing category has not ended yet. Next up, we have one of my best friends, Tia Zanetti. Oh my goodness, what a woman. And if you don't know my girl, you gotta get to know. Not only is she a YouTuber, content creator, Instagrammer, TikToker, all of the things imaginable, she's also a Pilates teacher in London, and she has just released her second collection of her Pilates sock brand, TLZ. And I have already felt them. As I said, Tia's one of my besties, so of course. I have known Tia for years, and just seeing her do this brand and put her all into something that she loves, which I remember when she first started doing Pilates, wanted to become an instructor, and she didn't even know if this was like the thing for her, but it so is. But watching her create this brand has been so beautiful. And I mean, look, I'm not a Pilates girl, okay? I go to Tia's classes every now and then, but your girl don't really work out. But Pilates, I do just love. I don't know if I love it because it's Tia teaching it, but this is Tia's little baby. I'm just gonna take them out for you. The grip on the bottom is love hearts, and I just think that's such a cute little touch. They're ribbed all the way up, but of course you can just scrunch these down. She then also has them in this cream with pink love hearts, and they are pretty long. Can't even fit them on the screen. I need to put them to the test. She may be one of my best friends, but she doesn't get off that lightly.
Okay, I only did 10 minutes because I'm a literal pussy, but still, put them to the test. Very good grip, no complaints from me. I didn't slip once, which is such a big issue whenever I do occasionally do a workout or a stretch routine, especially because I actually have a shoulder injury, so stretching is super important as a part of my like weekly routine. And I do a full body stretch because, you know, I'm not just going to target one area, I'm stretching my whole body. And even when I'm doing like planks, when I do go to the gym and I work out, which was a very long time ago, but I always found that I would slip, and with these I don't. The grippy hearts on the bottom are literally lifesavers because I can actually get my form correct. Do you feel like Pilates did become quite an aesthetic the past few years? Mainly more so last year in this one, so why not get some cute Pilates socks to match the cute Pilates aesthetic? I mean, everyone wants to be a Pilates princess. I don't quite think this makes me a Pilates princess. I mean, you can't polish a turd, but either way, Tia, I am very, very proud of you, and I love you so much, and I'm so proud of all your achievements. This is just the beginning.
That's actually ironic that you hit my belly rumble. Let's move on to the food category. And we're going to start off by taking a little trip over to the US of A. See you there.
One of the most followed and most influential YouTubers on the platform, and that's not just me saying that, that is a fact. 401 million subscribers. MrBeast. Just in case 0.0001% of you don't know who MrBeast is, I'll give you some context. MrBeast is known for his high budget videos, viral challenges, and large scale charitable giveaways. Or the Squid Game series, that was probably one of his most popular, I'm sure you've seen that. And he is also known for giving away a silly amount of money. Jimmy is a philanthropist. He even has a YouTube channel where 100% of the profits from his ad revenue, which basically the money earned from YouTube, merch sales, sponsorships, all goes towards making the world a better place. Huge respect. Allegedly, he has given away $30 million to charity. That's like incomprehensible. So yeah, this guy is pretty amazing. He's got 401 million subscribers for a reason. I rate it. However, do I rate his food products? Let's see. Now, sadly, there isn't many MrBeast products that you can actually get in the UK unless you want to pay a stupid amount of shipping tax, or if you just know someone that's going to America. However, there are a few products that are sold here that you can get imported. I've managed to get my hands on one. In 2020, he launched MrBeast Burger. I'm sure you've heard of this as well. And then we have Feastables, a snack company launched in 2022, selling chocolate bars and other products with the main focus being fun and clean ingredients. I didn't actually know this about Feastables. I just assumed that they were just targeted towards kids. I didn't know that they were supposed to be like clean ingredients, so we will see. And MrBeast does every flavour of chocolate that you could typically imagine. They're not very out there, but they're very traditional flavours. Annoyingly, I couldn't get my hands on these, of course. Even if I did, they are so expensive because of the import tax. However, I did manage to get my hand on one of his products. Such a big box for such a tiny parcel. Halls gummies. Now, to my knowledge, there is only 2 flavours of these. There is sour blue raz, which sadly we don't have. This is sour green apple. In my personal opinion, I would have preferred sour blue raz. However, if you watched my trying influencer products a couple of videos ago, I did actually try the apple flavour of Jamie Lang's Candy Kittens, and I really enjoyed it. So I took a risk on this one. I actually ended up ordering these from Candy Mail UK. It has quite a lot of stuff on there, but a lot of it is sold out like MrBeast product. I could have got the Feastable chocolate bars or the peanut butter cups, but look at this, right? I walked into just a typical London store. You know, one of those obnoxiously large American candy stores that play the music really loud. £10 for a Feastable bar. I just think that's ridiculous. I don't know how much it is in the States, but I can imagine it's definitely not the equivalent to £10. Do you know what? I've seen enough people try them, and I'm sure you have as well. But I haven't seen too many people talk about these. Oh my gosh, they're like fruit pastels. Okay, I'm probably gonna like these. Quite a few in there. They're very sticky. I've probably not kept them in the driest of places. Wow, they're not actually that sour. My mouth is watering quite a lot though. I love the consistency. Out of a full pack, that's how many you're getting. So it's basically like half the pack. But if they put any more in, I genuinely think they'd all just melt and stick together. Bear in mind, these have traveled from America. I think they're pretty good. I am sometimes a little bit skeptical about trying American sweets because I know that their laws on sugar, additives are very different here in the UK. So a lot of the time, if I try something that is an American sweet, I find it far too sweet, and I usually can taste the artificialness. But obviously this is like a clean sweet, as they say. Really, really nice. And I love the branding as well. I feel like this is definitely targeted toward the younger generation, which is his audience. Okay, I'm rating them pretty highly. Now we have another American YouTuber, another entrepreneur, another philanthropist, and also a pretty big one. He's followed by quite a few people. You may know him. Trahan, everybody. What a guy. Man, I have watched him for years. I checked on my YouTube and I was subscribed since 2018. I watched him and Hailey separately before they were actually together to the internet, because I don't actually know when they got together. Probably one of the most influential people for me anyway that I have followed. Video ideas, the effort that's put in, the money that must be put in as well. If you don't know Ryan, he is known for his creative challenges, storytelling, viral series such as the Penny Challenge. That's actually a really good one. So it's no surprise that he has over 18 million subscribers. These numbers just seem crazy to me. He is raising millions for charity, all while successfully building businesses such as Neptune and Joyride Sweets, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So according to their website, back in 2022, founder Tyler Merrick set out to create a better for you candy that's plant-based, low sugar and non-GMO. Tyler reached out to Ryan in the spring of 2022 and they agreed to make better versions of sweet, and that is how Joyride was created. Today, Joyride offers delicious, flavorful candy made with real ingredients. That means no junk, no fake colors, and less sugar than any other leading brand. By leading brand, I think they mean Nerds, I think is their top competitor. However, guys, I have not heard great reviews. I'm sorry, Ryan, I love you so much, but I've not heard the best of things. I obviously completely love what Joyride stand for, and I don't think it's very easy to make clean sweet that has none of this horrible stuff in that you don't want to be putting into your body, and then also making it taste nice. I obviously think that's a very, very hard thing to do. I can't say I could do it, and the fact that you're branding yourself as like a clean sweet, it must be so hard to get it right. This is also a similar thing with what I was saying about MrBeast. Complete props to them for even doing this, and obviously Cole's gummies were really nice. I can't imagine how difficult it must be to try and make this taste nice, all while still being like plant-based, good for you, no shit in there. You can't really get too many of his sweets in the UK. A lot of people on eBay are selling them, but quite a nifty price, and I can imagine in America, as I said, they'd be half the price, but that's just what you get for importing stuff. I've heard because of the 80% less sugar, they really taste like sweeteners. So I got two flavors. I ended up getting the sour blue raspberry strips. I'm really happy I got the sour blue ras, and then I also got sour pink lemonade strips. Apparently it says the strips are purple. A lot of sour ras flavors, they use food coloring to dye it blue. There is also a prebiotic fiber for gut health in these. Oh no, they are stuck together. Oh my goodness, right, that is one fat log there. Obviously this is not one sweet, however very easily peelable. Oh no, there's still another one there. Okay, we're peeling again. Nice. So we have something similar to this in the UK. They're literally just called strawberry strips, I believe, and you can get them in Tesco's for like 10p. Okay. At first I forgot that they were sour, and I was like, what is this weird taste? But it is a lemony taste, not artificial sourness that you would get from like a Nerd or sherbet or anything, you know? It tastes like I've squeezed lemon on it, which is quite nice. It's a very sticky product. I do personally think that's probably from temperature. Same with the Carl's gummies. I might not have stored them correctly. Do you know what? I think that's incredible. My mouth is watering. That was so nice. So on Candy Mail UK, it's free delivery for orders over £50. I'm 99% sure that everything I ordered did not come to £50. That means delivery is £3.99. I don't think that's that bad for imported product, but then one bag of these is £8.99. I think that is quite expensive for some sweets. A bag of Candy Kittens Wild Strawberry, which is obviously obviously a vegan sweet and these are plant-based. £1.80. Originally £2.75, I'll give you that. That's from Waitrose. I mean, Waitrose are pretty spenny. And so can I justify £8.99 for that? Probably not. But then I don't know how much they are in America. If any of you want to let me know, please, I would love to know how much you buy your Joyride for if you do buy it. But for that flavour, I'm giving that a 5 out of 5. I actually really enjoyed that. And now let's try the blue raz. Oh, okay. Ooh, they don't smell like I'm gonna like them. You know when your slushy like melts and it's then just got that weird flavour? That's what it smells like. Oh, hello, come back. As you can see, still stuck together. I'm just gonna say that's a me problem. However, this is becoming a consistent thing. That is not pulling apart. I've just seen too many people say about this problem now though, that maybe it isn't how we're storing them. Wow, these are really stuck together. I really just can't tell if I'm gonna like this flavour. Ooh, that's a lot more sour. What the fuck? Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Whoa. I've got shivers on my body. That was horrid. They're really not nice. I feel like I want to give it another bite because I feel bad saying that. Just because, Ryan, I love you. No, not at all. Why is that one so much more sour? It's all stuck in my teeth. That tasted how I thought it was gonna taste. Artificial. It doesn't taste healthy. A sweet is a sweet at the end of the day. It's not healthy for you, but that just tasted super artificial. And wow, that was the equivalent to a toxic waste sour. Like, I could barely even keep that in my mouth. If you like sour things, maybe you'll like that. It's giving more grape than blue raz, in my opinion. And I don't like grape. That's that. I'm really sorry to end that on such a low. Let's go try the next product.
Staying in the food category, we're going to bring you back to the UK for a little bit. Rods by James Marriott and Willany, because two YouTubers with zero barista skills should totally make a coffee line. If you don't already know these two blokes, then let's get to know. James Marriott is a Brighton-based YouTuber and musician with a #1 charting UK album. As a musician myself, I can't imagine the feeling, but just incredible. And although his YouTube is gathering dust, at least we have a bit more Willany to keep James alive. Willany joined YouTube in 2012 and rose to YouTube stardom from reviewing grime artists, which this was very my time on social media. Like, I loved YouTube in this era, so I really remember BG Media. But since then, he has started an incredibly successful career. Honestly, if these two have no fans, I am dead. Before I tell you about the brand though, I do need to go get it, and let me tell you, it has been a mission. Although they are sold in one of the UK's most accessible supermarkets, it is always sold out. I can't get my bleeding hands on it. I had actually visited some of the stores accidentally that was on the store locator that said they did stock rods. Still sold out. So let's see how many tries it took me to get rods in the centre of London, may I add, whilst I tell you about it. The idea for rods came in May 2023, with recipes developing into 2024 and to finally be released in May 2025. Apparently, it's coffee shop quality iced coffee in a bottle. Let's see about that, shall we? This. I've been looking for 2 weeks. Oat cold brew latte. Finally found it. After so long of looking. Thank goodness. What a successful day.
That was actually a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. I finally have rods in my possession. I mean, you would have seen how many tries it took me to find this. It's just sold out everywhere, which is incredible for them, but wasn't incredible for me. I could only find the cold brew oat latte though. Couldn't find the matcha. Very sad about that. There is 41 milligrams of caffeine in this, 0 dairy, which I'm so happy about because I agree with them. You can't really buy oat lattes in the shop, and if they are, they're not very nice. So I'm hoping that this is good enough for me to want to buy it again. Fairly affordable in comparison to what an oat latte would be in a cafe. Packaging is very simple. Don't love it, don't hate it, don't really have an opinion. I'd love to know why it's called rods, but it says the best low sugar 12-hour cold brew oat latte in a bottle you've had this year. Probably. I do love the branding. It is very sleek. It's just very neutral. You can't love it, you can't hate it. There's nothing like incredible about it, but I do love that this looks like a sticker, but it is part of the packaging. Okay, so it's also got coconut milk in, coffee extract, natural flavorings, sea salt. I like that. Obviously stabilizers. Apart from that, there's actually not many products in here, which is really good. I'm nervous because I really want to like this. Smells like a mocha, actually. Cheers. It's actually not that bad. Obviously, this doesn't have any vanilla in it, doesn't claim to either. So for me, I am missing that little bit of sweetness, but it never claimed to have any sweetness. It's literally just a cold brew oat latte, which the oat is so creamy. I always find whenever there's an oat something, whether it's a latte, a cappuccino, or anything that's canned or bottled, I always find it still really bitter, but this isn't bitter because the oat is so creamy that it just completely eliminates any bitterness from the coffee. I love that. There's no artificialness. Obviously, there's no dairy, which I love. I actually have some salted caramel latte syrup downstairs, so I may even put this in with an ice cube, I think this would improve the flavour so much. But I think this is really good. It was affordable, it's very accessible if they don't sell out. But I have just found out that they have launched these bad boys this week in the meal deal, so they are a lot more accessible, a lot more stock going out there. I'm rating this pretty highly. I mean, maybe the next video I need to try the matcha latte one, who knows, by that point they might even have some other products, but I'm rating this very highly. It is so nice. James and Will, for two people that have no barista skills, you have nailed it with this coffee, so cheers. Right, it's time to talk more about sweets. I know we've had quite a few of them in the video, but it does seem like the go-to for influencers. I personally don't think there could ever be enough sweets in the world. So another UK YouTuber called Niko, who in my opinion is probably the most unserious, serious person on YouTube at the minute, and always has been. He's taken a step back from the political world, as you all know, and is now redefining sweets, hoping to be the biggest sweet company in the world. Each pack of shades by Niko contains gummies that surprisingly look like shades, which is a nod to his campaign run for the Mayor of London, during which he wore a pair of sunglasses that were children's. But you can find these sweets in your local Tesco. I walked into the first one that I had near me, and surprisingly, they were there. Also, just to note, these are 100% vegan and halal certified, and there is a little bit of a story behind this as well. So I tried to look into who was actually behind the sweets. I know that Niko came up with the idea, you know, his face is on the sweets, but I wanted to know who made them, who contributed, because the main reason being is that the logo looked really similar to Sides and Best by the Sidemen, and I was just unsure if they were linked somehow. Obviously, I did review them in the first trying influencer products video I did, which you guys hopefully would have seen. If you haven't, definitely click it up here and watch. But there doesn't seem to be. Instead, it was launched by a brand called Tuckshop, which is an investment fund supporting creator-fronted brands, owned by no other than Jamie Lang, who we reviewed Candy Kittens in the last video too. That man has a lot of businesses. And according to this article that I found online, Niko has put a lot of effort, time and care into these products and making sure that they were vegan and halal, because he just didn't feel like halal options were out there for sweets. So let's try them. So I picked up the flavors straight up strawberry and also the original. Now, he does have a tropical one, but I just know I'm not gonna like those flavors. So I didn't want to be biased and rate it badly just because I didn't like the flavor of something that isn't his fault. So I think it's only fair that we try the originals first. They smell kind of like sherbety actually. And there's quite a few different colors too. They are actually a little bit sour, and I can't tell if that flavour is like juicy apple, watermelon, or raspberry. What is that flavour? I'm not going to search it up till after because this is an honest review. I do like it though. Now I'm going to try one of the lighter pink sweets. I have a feeling this is probably like strawberry, but these are strawberry and they look different. I think it's cherry. They taste like a cherry with cinnamon. It's interesting for a sweet. I quite like it actually. And now for the dark pink. Strawberry, surely. That is a wild strawberry candy kitten if I've ever tasted one. Very good. Okay, so I wasn't too far off. So this one is blue raspberry, I believe. There is also a raspberry in there along with a cherry and a strawberry. I actually really like these. If I remember correctly, they were £1.60. I'm happy to pay that for that bag of sweets. They're jam-packed as well. We have a red and white one. I don't like that at all. I didn't want to swallow that. It's got a very unpleasant taste. No, I didn't like that at all. I don't think I like the foam sugar. I know that it isn't artificial because there isn't anything artificial in here, but we're gonna try this one now, but I fear this is also just the foam. No, absolutely not. It tastes like someone's farted in my mouth. These really aren't nice. That is really disappointing because I love Niko. I don't like these ones, but I love the other ones. I'm sorry, Niko. But you know what? I'd like to see me try. Right? I ain't got a sweet brand. Category is beauty. Of course, that's really made me feel a bit funny, that sweet. We have a product collaboration from the one and only Jordan Lipscombe. Jordan Lipscombe is a celebrated UK-based beauty creator and digital influencer, known for her captivating presence on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and this girl can do makeup, okay? She is probably one of the best in the biz. I've known Jordan for years now, probably since I was like 18, and it just makes perfect sense for her to have collabed with this brand, whose makeup I love. I use on the daily. I use them all the time actually. It is the one and only Beauty Crop. A lip kit edit is something that I have not seen around for a while since Kylie Jenner did her lip kits, but it's definitely something we should bring back because there is nothing better than a gorgeous lip combo. Mine is really wearing off at the minute, so I'm gonna take this off and we're actually gonna try Jordan's, put it to the test. I actually cheated the system a little bit because I ordered this off TikTok Shop. Online, you had to pay for the delivery just on the normal Beauty Crop website when these released. I believe there's 2 shades, but on TikTok, I didn't have to pay delivery. So yeah, I feel like I cheated the system a little bit here. I tried to go with the shade that I thought would be most suited to me because I am kind of a dark nude / brown lip kind of gal. I also believe there's like a little free gift in here. Ooh,
Ooh, okay. Oh, that is so cute. The little free gift has got her dog on it as a keychain. A girl after my own heart. There is nothing I love more than my dog. So we have a cream lip liner in shade Sweet Date, another cream liner in the shade Cookie Cup. There is a lipped cream 2-in-1 soft liner. I've never heard of that in my life. Very excited though. And then a Glow Milk lip oil. I'm confused. Is that like... Oh, okay. Wow. I don't know if it's the plastic I can smell or the oil, because something just smells a bit like burnt. I can smell that there's a scent trying to come through, but very faintly. I don't know if that's supposed to be a scent though. I might do this, just this on one half with the lip oil, and then also do the liner and this and the lip oil on the other half, just so we can kind of see a difference. I'm gonna bring you in for this one. So apologies about the crustiness. I've had this makeup on since 10 a.m. Okay, you're nice and close, you can see me. Okay, looking at my swatches, I'm gonna have to go for the dark one, but I don't actually think it's dark enough for me, love. Okay, so that is Cookie Cup. I'm now gonna go in with the lipped cream on the other side, just for comparison. That is very light. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, I'm gonna put it all over. Very, very light. A bit too light for my liking. I'm also just gonna put it on the other side to blend everything in. And go back in with the liner. I'm unsure. I'm gonna put Cookie Cup all over because, as you can see, I'm not absolutely loving this. Whereas this side I feel like could work. I don't know. It's very drying. Like, can you see that? Really sticking my lips together. I don't mind it, just looks a bit mucky. I'm gonna put on the lip oil, see if this changes anything. At the minute, I'm not convinced. Whoa, it's glittery. I really wasn't expecting it to be glittery. Guys, oh no. From afar, I don't hate it. I think maybe with a little bit of brush work, if I like really worked the product, I could really like this lip combo. However, I'm unsure. I think the color suits me, so I don't think it's the shades that are the problem, but that middle product, my mouth tastes like deodorant. Ew. What is going on? It's like I've had soap in my mouth. Oh my. The lipped cream is very thick. Do you like the fact that it's drying? Because if you are a matte girl, which I usually am, it's great, but I don't like the feeling on my lips. There's a lot of other products that I use that don't feel like that. I mean, I even use concealer sometimes. Did worry me a little bit at first because I was like, ugh, kind of looks like poop. I think also the gloss at first shocked me. So I'm not a shimmer gloss girl. There was a lot of pigment in there, which I wasn't expecting. But now that it's on my lips and I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder and I'm like, who is she? Did I judge too quick? I think I did. I think all it needed, which every makeup artist ever will tell you never to do this, but for some reason it just did work like this. It needed a quick, not loving the taste of my mouth. It tastes like I've literally just raw dogged a load of flower petals and a little bit of soap. Granted, my makeup has been on for a very long time though. So my lips are looking nice with my makeup. It matches the top. It's looking pretty nice actually, isn't it? Yeah, all right, fine, I changed my opinion. I love the Beauty Crop. I love their products, but that liner was just not a bit of me, very chalky. I'm still gonna rate it pretty good, just unsure about the consistency without the lip oil. We've made it to the last product of the video. I can't believe it. Last but definitely not least, we have Lash CEO by Heather Bowling, aka Hev. She is a 21-year-old British influencer, and I never actually knew this about her until I researched this, but she studied linguistics at university. This is such a tongue twister. She launched the Lash serum focused brand called Lash CEO by Boss Babes, and it quickly went viral. I mean, her promotion on TikTok was phenomenal and still is phenomenal. I mean, it's done pretty well. Hev was also a contestant on series 5 of Locked In, which is owned by Foot Asylum. Hev is a sweet girl. I've only ever met her once or twice, but she is genuinely so lovely, and that's why I feel even worse about saying this next part. I have been using this product for a while now. I probably stopped within the last month, but I did do 2 to 3 months of using this product every single day. That's with no other serums. And here's a video of my lashes before I'd even use the product, because, you know, I wanted to track my progress. This is a video of my lashes now without any other product on. No mascara, no extensions, no stick-ons, nothing. I don't really see a difference. I did see a few comments floating around saying, you know, it hasn't worked for me, and the Lash CEO page recommended using it for 2 to 3 months to see results. I did, and I just didn't see any results. I didn't see any difference. I don't know. I really hate to be the one to say that, but I just didn't see a difference in my lashes. I do really want to give it another go though, because I mean, Hev is a walking, talking example of how incredibly it works, and she has proven that it was just from this product. And I also do have to give it to her, this is the only lash serum that I have used that hasn't broke me out around my eyes. I normally come out with these weird bumps and rashes all over my eyelids, all in my eyebrows as well actually, whenever I use a lash serum or a brow serum, and this is the only lash serum that hasn't happened with. I haven't had any irritation at all. So whatever formula they use, it is incredible. Just doesn't seem to be growing my lashes. Is it a me problem? Anyone who has used Lash CEO, if you're watching this, can you please let me know in the comments if it worked for you? I feel like maybe it did condition my lashes, but I couldn't really say. I haven't really got any supporting evidence for that, so I can't really tell. But maybe I'll give it another go. Sorry, Hev. I really am sorry. And that is it for today's video, my darlings. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you haven't, like I said, seen the previous influencer products video, then I will leave it at the end of this video. I love trying new things and things that I probably would never go out and buy myself unless, you know, as I've said, it's my friend's brand, something that I've seen them work on and grow. I always love seeing what other influencers, even though I hate the term influencer, but I guess that's what the job is. I love seeing what they do with their imagination, their time, their money. I just think it's really interesting to see just the variation of brands that are out there. I really want to start a brand. This has inspired me. I want to start a brand now. I don't know what brand, but I want to start a brand. Is my music kind of a brand? I need to follow in James Marriott's footsteps, I feel. If you do know of any other influencer products, please let me know down below. I may have to start diving into celebrity territory in order to keep this series going if you guys want it to. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to stick around and get notified whenever I post a video. Make sure you check out all of my music on Spotify. I may or may not have some new releases this year. But you didn't hear that from me, so shh. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video.